All right, so here we have set 1906-1, the Dragon Knights Majisto's Tower from 1994. And this would have been the last of the Dragon Masters sets. And it's, let's see, it's 195 pieces, 3 minifigures, released in 94. It was only released in the United States and Canada. Huh, cool. It contains Majisto, Sir Lance, which I think that may be from a Lego Maniac magazine. So some of these names I've not caught before, but maybe you guys have some more insight into that. And then, of course, it has Majisto and a Dragon Master's Guard figure with the full-on shield, which I like that. That looks great. And, yeah, that's about it. I mean, so this is a cool one. It's got a lot of pieces that are similar to Fire Breathing Fortress of the previous year. You know, this unique piece is only found in this set and Fire Breathing Fortress. And also this piece as well, this archway, which they look pretty cool. It's definitely fantasy driven, and so some of the old farts out there don't like the fantasy stuff as much when Lego started doing that. I like it because it's you know, it creates a much more advantageous enemy as you play with your sets. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I've always enjoyed it. And then of course this unique piece here, I don't know what that's called, but it's like a cone. Mine's a little scratched up in the front there, but might be able to buff that out. That one's only found in Fire Breathing Fortress and this set. And then of course you got the big cloth flag. So there's some unique pieces that are only found in a couple of sets for that those couple of years, 93 and 94, which is cool. So again, the minifigures are pretty standard. These don't have like a striped waistline. They just only have like a straight color one, which is, I like that when they do little subtle differences. That's fun. I enjoy that a lot. And then it comes with this cart. I love carts, as a lot of carts in my other videos. And this cart has, you know, is for Majisto. I'll kind of pull in close here. It's really, really low to the ground. It kind of like hangs down. It's kind of interesting. Excuse me. I love it. I like it. I like the design of this. I like these little angled brick pieces, little pyramid or half pyramid shaped ones. And it looks like a seat, although he's standing up right now, but I really like that. I'm not sure why this whip is pictured in the instructions to do it like that, but whatever. And then you got a spear here. Like, that's cool. The only thing that's just like wacky is the wings in the back, which, I mean, in a picture it looks great. It looks cool. It's striking, but it's super, super impractical. So if I was to play with it or display it, I would just take these off and say that, you know, Majisto uses some of the dragon wing. You know, he flakes off some of it and uses pieces of it for his potions. I don't know. Anyways, I would take that off, you know, but just for the sake of this video, I've kept him on. So that's kind of ridiculous. I don't know, is it supposed to fly? Is it an extra sort of break? You know? I mean, maybe with the kids' imagination from 94, they were supposed to make it fly. I don't know, that's a cool thought, that's a cool idea, but perhaps you could trade places. I just now thought of this. You know, you guys let me know how you displayed some of these carts. Perhaps you could trade places like this. That seems more practical. And it also seems that he could use the dragon wings to maybe soar. Maybe he jumps off of a hillside or a cliff and he can soar down on you. You know? Also, it's sort of a shield for him. So yeah, as simple as that. Maybe Lego meant for you to just kind of play around and do whatever. But look, you put the spear there, and then you maybe could leap off, you know, if you were coming down a jump. I don't know, silly idea, I know, but there you go. There's my idea and my thought on that. As for the tower itself, it's pretty basic as far as the rest of the pieces and design go. Nothing groundbreaking, no pun intended. But in the pictures, it just looks like, for some reason, an afterthought set. It just looks like something you do as an alternative build to Fire Breathing Fortress on your own. But once I actually built it and dug into it, I really liked the design a lot more in person than I did in the pictures. Oops. And it utilizes this strange base plate. It's like a 16 by like a 24 base plate. So it's like a rectangle, but not as long as the 16 by 32. And I really like that as far as something to build on. That's a neat piece. It's a little harder to implement into a display, but it's a little easier to just slap on top of something, I guess. But I don't know other sets that had that in it at all during this era of Lego. To be honest, I can't remember at all. So that's kind of unique. As we flip around here, it's got the treasure up here in the castle, or in the tower. I would just kind of put it back here if it was me. But yeah, and usually this treasure has, you know, some of those colored studs in it. Oops, it's dark. All right. Struggling here. Anyways, so, and it's got the spiral staircase, which is also in Dark Dragon's Den from '93. But that's a cool staircase. It's kind of hard to utilize in sets and make work, but it's cool. I love it. I think it's cool. And there's plenty of play space here. And then this, you know, burp over here, this rock wall is designed and built to be able to slide open. So you can go in here, or maybe that's so that he can fully pull in his cart to the set. I don't know. There's a little lack of room here. Oops, I'm struggling. Anyways, you could probably play that way, I assume. So there's that. But yeah, so there's that. It's kind of designed to have just, you know, some space to get in there. And on camera and in pictures, it's kind of hard to convey, but there is quite a bit of space there. And it's a good use of this size of base plate. I like this little detail here. There's like a little kind of a stand area and a gold, not a gold cup, but a clear glass cup. And that's not typical. I'm not sure if there are vintage town sets or the Paradisa sets. Paradisa? That had those. There may have been lots of those that had those, but as far as I'm aware, not a lot of the other sets had a clear cup. So that was pretty neat. And then it's got a little pot there to, I guess, cook or brew something. But there's no stove, so kind of odd. Maybe you could put something underneath there, a little stud, or make your own like design. But there's room in the set, and there's probably room in there to add little details on your own. So it's a bit lacking on detail, but I think that's purposeful to have room and to kind of get around and maybe do some of your own thing in there. So all in all, in person, if you have this one, you may have most of the pieces except for the unique ones. But all in all, I recommend building it and just maybe putting it in a set, or you could probably build it with most extra pieces that you may have. And then you'll kind of see in person, like, oh, it's a really good use of this base plate. I really like the design of it in person. But there you go. So that's Lego set 1906, Majisto's Tower, from 1994.